Who do you think white people dislike more?
Honestly,
Hey, yo.
The niggas with money.
That's a wild question.
That was a wild question, but honestly,
left field. I think we get some more laughs in. I haven't seen this video before. This is from a channel called Cut. But the title looked very interesting to me.
I thought I saw.
So apparently this is a truth or drink game. And they ask Africans and African Americans, do you use the N-word? Well, nigga, let me tell you something about it. Nigga, please.
Nigga, you gotta say that, nigga.
I be trying to catch myself. Like I even thought about at one point, like, I understand the origin of the word and how is this and that, but you know, with black people, just like we just take things and recreate it and give it our own different meaning. Nigga is a word of endearment, or not. But
yeah,
it is. But it's so crazy how, you know. But if somebody else uses the word, then we automatically just say like, yeah, this is.
Well, because it's our word.
Yeah, it's like, yo, we can't. All we wanted was a word, and y'all just take the word.
All we wanted was reparations, but we'll take the word, I guess.
Right. No,
all we can get.
All we need is reparations, but they're not giving us that. Anyway.
That was like Casanova, just from that side.
All right. This is gonna be a little funny side of it. You know what I mean? I'm down to laugh a little bit.
I can giggle.
Let's see what's going on in this video. If you guys are new here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Let's get to it.
What does the N-word mean to you?
I hate that word.
Oh.
But I used it with the A sound before. Yeah, with my close friends.
What?
I don't like I don't like when Africans say it. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Oh my God! Wait a minute.
Shoot! Here we go.
He said, "I mean,
he don't like when Africans use it."
If we can clock that T.
Oh man, it's gonna be one of those videos. Okay.
She said, "Excuse me."
This is gonna be a very simple explanation.
I mean,
to me,
I think so. I don't really care, but I mean, he ain't wrong.
I believe Africans are definitely, to me, permitted to use the N-word.
I mean, more than any other race that uses it, but you know,
yeah.
Just like him saying that, I'm like, I mean, I understand your logic.
Yeah, I think it's just a lack of knowledge and information. Black Americans, we tend to think that we're the only ones that dealt with slavery or its effects of it. They were calling black people niggas in Africa when they came to take us. They said it when they were in Puerto Rico, when they dropped them off there, when they were in Brazil, dropped them off there. They were calling us niggas from everywhere. So for us, we feel like it's just more, they were only doing it to us when that's not the case. So
no, it's just
yeah,
our oppression was different.
Yeah,
slavery looked different for us. So, and that has nothing to do with the word. I'm just like, our entitlement comes from that. Yeah,
but like Haiti had a worse version of slavery than we did. You know what I mean? Because Haiti, like, think about it. Instead, we had cotton fields. That was cotton and tobacco was what we were picking and stuff like that. But what the Spaniards did to the people, they were getting sugarcane and stuff, which is like 10 times harder than picking cotton. And they're doing it right in the Caribbean in the scorching hot heat all the time too. Like, not to compare traumas and stuff like that, but I don't even want to say like one was worse than the other, but they were all bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, maybe I haven't done my research on Haiti.
Yeah, like if you like, look at,
maybe they was they eating niggas out there.
They were doing a lot of like they
like making furniture out of niggas and using their teeth as dentures.
It was that bad all around. So America was colonized by the British, and then we became our own country. But there were still other people doing slavery even after we got freed. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, like, there's other Caribbean islands. Like, when they used to be celebrating their independence, that's when they got rid of slavery, like, in their independence and stuff.
Oh, we don't got that.
No, like, our independence was technically Juneteenth. You know that, but you know when Haiti is the only successful slave revolt, so that's how they got their freedom. But there's other countries like Jamaica, like Saint Lucia, like Barbados, Saint Thomas. All these other Caribbean islands all had slavery.
Not around my niggas, you can't.
Yeah.
Stop, but
So when I hear Caribbean people use it or African people use it, I understand where it comes from. It's not just American culture thing. Like they were being called that.
Culture made it
cool.
Yeah,
It made it acceptable.
That's what I'm like. Everybody wasn't running around calling themselves niggas till we start calling ourselves niggas. So it's like that's where the entitlement comes from. It's like now y'all want to be niggas, huh? Like
fair enough. Yeah, because
it's like we is niggas. It's like but
we not black, we Dominican.
Yeah,
yeah. Right. I get it. All right, so let's get back into the video and see what they say about this.
Made it cool to be a nigga.
Right.
Hi. What's up?
Hi. I'm Casey, Dad.
I'm Abdul.
I'm Khalif.
I'm Jordan.
We're doing
might be an unpopular
Africans
opinion, but I
versus
stand by it.
African Americans Truth or Drink.
It's not really versus, but it's just
Black girl, African gentleman.
I'm hella African. I'm black. Hey.
First generation. Both my parents were born and raised in Nigeria. My tribe is Igbo, and I stand on that. Yeah.
Well, my tribe.
The face that he made, is a universal.
Right. He said, "My tribe is Compton." Hey, yo, they not like us. How do you gotta pop out and show me?
Stand on that.
Shit, my tribe is Compton.
Yeah, sure.
I like Hennessy.
I drink my shot glass.
I was born in
Hennessy.
shot. You know, I'm a gentleman.
to being black.
To being black, yeah. Okay. Why did I get started off spicy? Who do you think gets laid more, Africans or African Americans?
Should we answer these questions before they do, or?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, neither one of us are African, but I guess.
Right. Yeah, we join in on the game. We don't got no drinks in here right now, but we will play the sober version.
You know.
No,
I don't.
I'll start bringing some libations in the show in the future. But so he said, "Who has sex more?" Oh, let me see.
Why did I get started off spicy? Who do you think gets laid more?
Okay, who gets laid more, Africans or African Americans?
I think African Americans.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with African Americans. I think we get laid more.
Yeah, I mean,
this is tricky because, like, I don't know. Are we talking the men? We talking the women? Are we just talking in general?
in general, I think just by our norms. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's not. I can only speak.
I don't know. Africans be fucking. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm thinking about the Nigerian population. They got 200 million people, and they're growing. They be fucking.
There's only 13% of us. I mean, how much?
And we haven't. But think about it. There's 13% of us, but according to their calculations, our population hasn't grown as much.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. But
I mean, considering the fact that like the breaking news is that women aren't having enough babies, imagine how many times you open up Instagram and see a pregnant bitch. Ask me how many of them are.
Yeah, women are getting pregnant. For sure.
Niggas is getting pregnant.
Niggas is getting pregnant. Yeah, that's for sure. Actually, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go with Africans. Just off of population numbers and statistics, I think they get laid more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Africans or African Americans?
Africans, to be honest, because snow bunnies are there, so therefore they want a taste of everything, right?
Yeah, like cultural sampling, yeah.
What is a snow bunny?
A white girl that likes.
Dr. Umar's like.
Oh, Lord have mercy, another coon. Damn coons. I gotta do a coon analysis and a coon screening.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the cool chip in the average Negro.
We don't do the bunnies.
African Americans or Africans or.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ, this early already?
Like and subscribe.
Please.
Black people in general.
I mean, honestly, I feel as though Africans have the gift of gab. I feel like they really want it, they're gonna get it. So I would say Africans get laid more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I actually would agree. No, I live in an apartment that is predominantly Africans and African Americans, and most of the African people I see walking around has a lot of kids.
Yeah, well, we got here somehow. So
There might be a lot of different types of American women who might judge African men and would not want to sleep with them.
Yeah, I would say probably black men.
Black men?
They be out here.
Yeah.
I feel like African men be presenting as more got it together too. You know what I'm saying?
The Nigerians,
Like,
especially.
yeah, shoulders up. You feel me?
Yeah.
Chin up.
Yeah.
Like they walk around with confidence.
Exactly.
How do you feel about the term African American?
Interesting. We've been called many names. Colored, Negro.
Don't get me started
Yeah.
throwing the slurs, but
I'm okay with it.
it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I know it bothers a lot of black people being called African American because they feel like I've never been to Africa. Why am I African American? But I mean,
Well, how does it feel to call yourself a good old ripe American?
right? Exactly, and it's
I
like
don't know, that doesn't seem right either.
yeah, we have to be defined in some way. Everybody else is defined, you know.
I don't know. We also like live in a generation where everybody's gonna have something to say about something. No, you can't please everybody.
Yeah,
so,
you can't.
I feel as though I grew up identifying as that.
Yeah.
Why would I all of a sudden like?
Yeah, we're millennials, so in millennials, like we've seen it everywhere from when we sign paperwork and stuff like that. Just African American is just kind of a thing.
Imagine if everybody just called us the niggas.
Right. Me personally, like if I had to choose, I'm okay with you calling me African American. I'm okay with you calling me black. I take both of them with pride. You know what I mean? Because I understand I am African American. I am from African descent, and my ancestry, you know, through the slave trade and stuff like that. I'm African American. I'm also black, so I'm good with either one.
To be completely transparent, that's never a topic that just sits in my mind. Like I feel like there's so much bigger things to think of in life to be upset about when it comes to race. Like I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You ain't calling us porch monkeys, so like I'll take African American. I'll take it. That's me.
Yeah, get rid of the porch monkey. Call me African American.
Yeah, like I'll take it.
Oh my god, that's funny.
It just feels a little confusing simply because to me the African American culture and the African culture does not have camaraderie like I feel like.
But then it's just like,
and I always feel like
as African Americans, like we still call Africans. Like we don't call them African Americans. We just call them Africans.
Right, because
they could be born over here and their family like still like goes back and forth. And we're like, yeah,
well, this is actually the thing. So this bears up a good topic. So when Africans come over here, they are defined not just by African Americans, but they might be called Nigerian Americans.
Yeah.
South African Americans.
Exactly.
Kenyan Americans. So that makes sense because you normally would take your nation and then the next nation. Just like the Italian Americans or Jewish people or whatever, like, even though they were born in America, stuff like that, they still have heritage.
Exactly.
The truth of the matter is, us being Black Americans or African Americans, we have been ripped of that. So there is no way to define us by a nation. Therefore, we know we are African American.
And then the thing is, even now that we have all this technology and you can go get your DNA swab and see where your ancestry takes you to, kind of, sort of, what region. Grew up in America and all your generations was in America. If you start calling yourself Nigerian, they're going to be like, you're not that.
Right.
You're no black.
Right.
You're Dominican. No.
Right.
But, like, no. It just doesn't really work like that.
Yeah.
We're just Black Americans.
Right, because we're just so mixed. You know what I mean? This is almost damn near impossible to define. So we're mixed with a lot, but our African DNA is, you know, the dominant
But
one,
it really just boils down to our ancestry was ripped from us. So it's like,
Yeah,
but,
from our names is so.
But we can't even be humble Americans because the American treats us like shit. So.
Right. So it's hard for, like, we just mentioned this in another video when we travel, like, that's when I feel the most American. I don't even feel like I'm American when I'm in America, even though I was born and raised here. I feel more American when I leave.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's like I'm DC American,
right? Compton
American, New York American.
Yeah, no, it don't work that way.
I don't really identify with African American because that part of the African inside don't really embrace me. So I be like, I'm black.
Okay. I mean, I would embrace you. You're cool people.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't like
It's like people will say stuff like that, but then when you start like you can't just start identifying as something you're not. They be like you're not.
Right.
You may be African American, but you aren't Nigerian.
Right. And I think
there's always going to be that one person that's going to say it, or a couple, or group.
And this is the reason why we do the show. But there has been an agenda to separate Africans and African Americans, and to make it seem like we are different and that we shouldn't collaborate. But because of the internet, because of culture, if you look at Afrobeats, if you look at Burna Boy, it looks like any American rapper. You know what I mean? So it's like we're clearly connected in some way. You know what I mean? So like you can see the heritage. You know what I mean? So I think Nigerians and other Africans as well too are starting to embrace us and the blackness.
With my point, but that's what my next point was going to be though. Like because this is such a fresh union.
Yeah, it's new. It is new.
Yeah, I don't think that. I feel like maybe in our lifetime, it'll be more of a norm.
Yeah, I agree.
But because it's it's like literally within our lifetime where it's become a norm of, we're all the same, but we're all like kind of integrating cultures now.
Yeah. And people are getting more information and knowledge too because
social media.
Because of social media. And I remember my parents talking about this too. Like when they were younger and African people would come over, they wouldn't talk to Black Americans. And then when you start talking to Africans, you realize they were told not to talk to Black Americans because we were ghetto, we were lazy, we were ratchet. You don't want to associate with them. And you don't want to be embarrassed because you look like them to be associated with them. So now that narrative, we realize like, oh, well, that's wrong. Why are Black Americans acting this way or grew up this way? Oh, because you guys systematically put them here in this situation. That's fucked up. So now
what's left of our people to ostracize us is like crazy.
Right.
Good old American dream.
Yeah. So now they know like, okay, there's a Black person could be the president. He could be a CEO. He could be this too. It's just you guys show us the rappers and these other things, and you think that that's not what we all are. I
even hate when I'm watching TV. And I don't really see it as much as I used to, but like when you have a Black character, now all of a sudden the background music is doom 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 doom. Like what the fuck is this? Like
it's the subliminal stuff, man. Yeah, it's all propaganda. But all right, let's see.
Yeah, African Americans.
For like Black people in America, like we are as American as it gets because we've been here for better or for worse since the creation of the country. Versus like when you say like African Americans, it kind of denotes like a generation ago, this generation, 2 generations ago, they're from a different country. But it's like, no, we've been here longer than like half the white people been here.
Take a shot if you have ever used the term African booty scratcher.
You know what? No. I remember having a friend named Obina, in like elementary school, and I was just like, why you guys don't like him? And they used to say that, and I was just like, I don't know. My mom always raised me not to be like that.
Yeah,
to
same
like
here.
Anybody. So
yeah, I grew up celebrating Kwanzaa. Like my dad was very much into like, hell yeah, like we're Black American, but you're a descendant of Africans. So I grew up with a pride of knowing my history and stuff. So I never disrespected Africans just because they might look different or talk different and stuff like that. I never grew up that way.
Yeah, I definitely I can't even I don't know. I was always friends with people who people didn't want to be friends with. So I'm just like, this is my friend and he makes me laugh. So
right. And I think in our area too, we had a lot of African people come here early.
No, don't get me wrong. I heard people say it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It was definitely
a thing. And if I say it, but I don't know, that
right.
That just kind of like, I don't know. That was never like cool to me, even like as a kid. I was just like, you guys are kind of jerks.
But that also goes for our programming too, not knowing a lot of Africans diversity as well too. Like our Animal Planet brain that we keep making fun of all the time too. Like that's what we thought, that not we, but some people used to think that Africa was just full of huts and poor children. Oh yeah,
like
animals,
I remember being in high school. I think I told this story before, and like asking my homegirl, well, not my homegirl, but like a friend, when I met her, and she came to our school, and she moved from like Nigeria, and I was just like, do you guys have like dirt roads? And she's like, I guess some roads are made out of dirt, but like we have houses in neighborhoods. I'm like, is there like animals running around? She's like, I mean, I guess so some places. Like,
it's just like, yo.
And I feel like the questions I was asking was so ignorant. And I was like,
because think about it,
genuinely like wanted to
curious,
know.
Wanted to know. Because that's what we've been fed. But like, imagine somebody asked us that. We do have dirt roads. We do have animals in America running around too.
You will catch a bear in your backyard in the nearest city.
Yeah, for sure.
There are coyotes quite literally everywhere. Like
the boars. Carmen's arch nemesis.
Oh my God! Don't get me started.
The wild boars. All right.
Absolutely not. I was called that.
Me
I was
too.
definitely like African booty scratcher. People used to call me Midnight.
I got called Midnight too.
Oh, Dark Vader.
Yeah, me too. And I love Star Wars.
And that's another thing. Like, my mother's a dark-skinned woman. Like, she never like played that shit ever. Like ever. So it's like that was never in my mind to even think that. And then I think I'm, for the most part, the lightest of my siblings. So it's like I never thought too much of it. I was just like, oh, well, I'm every nigga. It's all in me. Sometimes you light skin, baby.
There you go. Yeah.
Darth Vader.
Okay, so
wait, what's
Darth
his name?
Vader, his name is Darth, Darth, but people would call me Dark.
I'm
Vader.
sure black people does not know his name is D.A.
No, swear to God, like
they call me D.A.R.K. Dark Vader.
Oh, maybe it was a combination of both. I know they called me that, but I knew what they were saying.
It was a play on words.
Yeah, probably.
I just think black people didn't know.
I truly think that.
I mean, I don't know. My elementary school, they knew.
I think they knew.
They knew.
I don't think they knew.
I know they didn't know. I know niggas they know. Shit.
What does the N-word mean to you? Do you think?
Nigga. I am 100% nigga. I don't know. It depends on if you say it with the A or ER.
I think more so for me, it's just context. You know what I mean? Like it's in what way are we using it?
Context is everything.
Yeah, like in this word specifically, and I'm gonna spice this question up a little bit. How would you feel if you're at a concert and Kendrick Lamar is performing?
Oh my God!
And a white person next to you in the crowd is singing the lyrics, and he says "nigga."
So here's my thing. I know everybody's reaction is going to be different, but if I'm being real with myself, I think I would just kind of break the third wall and just like look off into the imaginary camera. Like, did he just say that? And I'm gonna look at him, like,
right,
and he gonna look at me,
yeah,
and I'm gonna see if you gonna say it again,
right.
Then I'm gonna pick my phone up. No, but like seriously, like I think I'm just gonna like kind of
give him the eye, give him the look.
We can't be friends.
Yeah.
Collective black disapproval.
Right. Some sides of me, like I'm very like Dr. Umar-ish, you know what I mean? In some context. But like I do believe that context is in everything. And I look deep into like the words and the meaning and where this even come from. English is not even our native tongue and language in the first place. And I'm like, it is a word. And sometimes we can get real emotional over a word. But I don't tolerate disrespect either. Like in the negative context, if a white person calls me nigger or even says nigga in a negative context, then I'm gonna feel a way about it and I'm gonna check them. But in a situation where I'm at a concert and everybody's just trying to enjoy the lyrics, like I know how I feel when I want to rap one of my favorite songs, and if somebody told me like, hey, I know you love this song just as much as me, but you can't say that word in the middle of us reciting in a concert. I've been
that
to
song.
Yeah, huh? Which one?
They rap money.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, that was a.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that too. Yo, that
I didn't know it was an issue until like maybe a year ago. I was like, that was my song.
That shit was hard. It was hard. But
nobody in the song was even fucking nobody a part of that song.
Right. But yeah, man, as somebody that's been to a lot of music festivals, I've been to like almost all the Rolling Louds and Broccoli City, and
I envy you.
Yeah, I've been there so much, and I'm just like, these people pay the money just like I paid the money. They buy the records just like I buy the records. They're not in the context trying to offend anybody. They're just literally just singing the words. You know what I mean? At least in this state. So I don't take that as an issue. Any other arena, though, we're having a conversation, I just hear a white person say that in a conversation. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What's up? Like, you know what I mean? So, but it's just context matters to me.
Context definitely matters, but I feel like in a lot of, in more instances than not, it's really just above me. Because it's like, I realize, but it's just like a lot of times I feel like it's getting said for some type of reaction.
Yeah, sometimes they fish it out of you. Like, yeah, for sure.
You'll never get that reaction out of me. Not because I think I'm so high and mighty. It's just, I'm going to hurt your feelings. I got one better for you. But,
yeah, because it's like, you know, you're doing it to push my buttons, and you know it's disrespectful. You know what I mean?
You can't ever let them see you sweat.
Yeah.
You go hard, I'm gonna get you back.
Right.
Let's see who's funnier.
Right. Exactly.
I guess it just comes down to the funnies.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how.
And then it also depends on like the age range. It's like, is it worth me getting into it with this old white woman or man?
It really be the kids though. It really be the like especially, man, if you ever get into a Call of Duty lobby or a Grand Theft Auto lobby or something like that. Yeah. Oh, they love to do it behind a computer screen. Like, that's their shit.
But I seen a video of somebody saying that like racism is spoon fed to them like from a young age.
Yeah, it is.
So it's just like,
it has to come from somewhere. Like, I know white people our age that raising kids, and they're raising them not to be racist. And then I know the opposite. You know what I mean? So like, it's very much in the household for sure. Absolutely.
So like you said, context is everything though.
Yeah. All right.
I think you take offense to it as much as African Americans do.
Depending on the context. I've seen people consciously not say it around people that you threatening, or like, oh, that's a real black person, versus like, oh, Abdul, he's a fucking...
He's a nigga.
That's
my nigga.
I'll sing along with this song, and I'm like, oh, Abdul said it was cool with me. That shit pisses me off. Yeah.
I hate that word, but have I used it with the A sound before? Yeah, with my close friends.
Can I
say it?
I don't like I don't like when Africans say it. Hey, if you live in one of these cities,
they keep trying to pause it at like the best part.
The best part, right? They know what they're doing.
What?
I don't like when Africans say the N-word.
With just any type of way?
We're different. I do hear you and understand you, right?
He's wrong.
African, I promise you, every African that says the N-word, I tell them, do your parents say it? And they all be like, hell no.
That's a
and I'm like, so
point.
Why did you?
Never.
My parents say it, my grandparents say it, and their grandparents say it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a good point, because it's like, that's actually really indoctrinated into our culture, whereas though like that, y'all say, and that's what I was getting at earlier, where I was like, it's more of a, niggas made it cool to say it, so that's why you say it, not because that's like your norm. Like Nike just said, my grandmother says it, my grandfather says it, my mom, well maybe not my mama, but my dad, like my mommy's a lady, but
it's in our culture. It's ingrained in our culture for sure. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah. So I was in Kenya, right? I've been to Africa 3 times. And when I was in Kenya, I did notice that sometimes the people there, they would use that word to kind of relate to me.
Yeah.
And it kind of it doesn't feel the same as when I'm in America and I'm hearing other black people use it. I was like,
they not like us.
And I was like, that did sound different. But I'm gonna that sounded different.
Okay.
But they did it in the context of, I want to fit in, I want to relate with you, not I want to offend you. But at the same time, yeah, it felt weird that you used it in that context.
My nigga.
Yeah, it was. And I was just like,
grassy ass.
You know what I mean? So like,
that's what that feels like.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was the same way as if a white person was saying it. but it was like still a notch different. You know what I mean? So I get in this context, yeah. In Black American culture, this is something. What the heck? Oh, this is something else. Okay, I'm about to say, man, here they come. But yeah, if you don't move, nigga, don't show me this again. Get out of. There's some random program that just popped up on my computer, y'all. The heck. Anyhow, yeah. So in that, and like I said, in that context, it did feel a little bit weird, but I let it slide because I'm like, okay, look, you're Black, you're African, you went through colonization, you heard your probably your ancestors did hear that word at one point, and they chose not to use it, while we chose to use it.
No, we were around it a lot more. We was calling
good point.
Niggas
Good point.
in public up until maybe like your grandmother when your grandmother was born.
Right. So in that context, right? So growing
when
up,
she was a little girl and when she was in high school, like not even a whole lifetime ago.
Right. So okay, good point. So in America, even though slavery ended and we still had the civil rights movement, all that stuff. So in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, white people, and today, white people still call Black people that, and we're the minority. While in Africa, if you're 90% of the population and then the colonizers leave, you're not hearing them call you that word anymore. You know what I mean? Because they're in your country, in your land at this point. So it's different.
Yeah, I mean, not even just the white people. You got Native Americans call us that.
But they'll say the Native Americans are Black too. They'll say that they're us too.
No, but they ain't calling them niggas. And I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, it was indoctrinated into society to it to be a norm for enough for us to call ourselves that.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it was no longer socially acceptable for people to call us that, we still was calling ourselves that because it's just like, nigga, fuck you. Like,
right. Yeah. It's an interesting conversation. I'm liking it. I'm liking
this,
it.
Nigga that, nigga this. But we can say, because that was what they called us.
Right.
It's like, how dare you tell me what I can't call myself when you've been calling me this for so long?
Right.
It's a norm.
Yeah, I would say mine.
You know
would
what I'm
never.
saying?
Yeah.
So we gotta work hard to get rid of it. It's like y'all picking it up because it sounds fun.
I'm glad that you shared that with me because I never heard someone have an issue with African people saying that word.
Ooh.
I think you should get your shot, right? Yeah, this shot. This.
Talk your shit, twin.
Name 10 African countries in 30 seconds or take.
All right. You want me to go first or you want to go? All right. Well, okay. All right. 10 African countries. South Africa, Zimbabwe, Ethiopia, Kenya, almost slipped up. Rwanda, Egypt, Sudan, Chad, Nigeria, Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You named all the ones I got.
I got you. Don't worry. I hold it down.
For sure.
Ooh, 30 seconds? You're rude. You got 30 seconds to try. That's not a lot of time, actually, for someone who's had tequila. But I don't know the difference of countries and cities.
Oh, that's bad.
Morocco, Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
Is Zimbabwe one?
Ethiopia,
Yes.
Ghana,
Yeah.
Nigeria.
Niger, Chad.
Somalian, Nigeria.
Kenya, Gambia, Somalia.
Halfway there.
No, it was 10 or 5. It's 10. Damn, you're crazy.
What about that guy?
Nigeria.
West Africa.
Oh, hell no.
That's a region.
It's okay. Go ahead, take the shot. It's fine.
That's
Zimbabwe. Why am I blanking?
Sinhalese.
That's a language.
Is that a country? It's a city.
We're close. I'll accept. I know what you meant.
Madagascar, South Africa, Equatorial Guinea, and
Mali.
Mali. Oh, damn.
See?
Senegal.
Senegal. Not Senegalese. I was thinking of my twins.
Lord Jesus.
Who do you think white people dislike more?
Honestly,
Hey, yo.
The niggas with money.
That's a wild question.
That was a wild question, but honestly,
left field.
These days, Hispanic people.
Oh no, they love them. They love them. They're replacing us with them. That's why they allowed 10 million of them to come in here illegally to replace our votes. It's like, all right, these black people are starting to ask for shit for their votes now. Let's go ahead and get these illegal immigrants in here where we could just give them the country and then we can now have them vote wherever we want to vote them. Oops, did that slip? That was my intrusive thoughts. I don't think that they hate them at all. I think that they're going to integrate them into their white class. So.
I don't think so. Have you heard I don't want to just spew words, but like, I'm not saying that it's a competition. I think they were all like kind of in the same boat. I think they're closer to our boat than their boat for sure. I think if they were going to integrate any other race into their white supremacy, it would definitely be Asian people. No offense to
That's already done.
Yeah,
that's already done.
It wouldn't be the other brownies.
I think
so. Know the difference when I'm saying Hispanic people. I'm not talking about white passing Hispanics. I'm talking about natives, like the people that are native to the land. Hispanics, like the actual real Mexicans, not the ones that were brought from Spain and that are white passing and they speak Spanish and they live in.
Right, I get what you're saying. So I still disagree with that. I believe, like, when it comes to the white power structure, like, at one point they didn't even consider Italians white. They didn't consider Irish white. They didn't consider Jewish white. They all integrated them.
Nigga is still nigga.
Yeah. But I think it just depends on how African the Hispanic people look. Because the Hispanic people are not a monolith. They come from different countries and stuff like that. And they look different.
Yeah.
There's definitely, Hispanic people that look more like us. And there's just Hispanic people that look more like them. But I think in general, they're trying to get more of them that either don't look like either one of us or looks more like them, and they're going to combine them to their class. But even though that's the question is, do we think that they hate Africans or African Americans more? Go ahead. What do you think?
I honestly think it comes down to the individual or individual group. I don't think the entire race hates another race. And when I say that, I mean, like, I think there's niche groups of people, or like not even niche groups, but groups of people who hate black and brown people. But I also think that, like, it's more of a power thing for the Caucasians. I think that most of their the things that stimulate them and excite them as a people is power in general, regardless of who it's over. And because our people, the black and brown people, are very resilient and headstrong and very good at doing good on our own. It's just like, well, you're kind of fucking with how I do things. Like, I'm the boss, you're not, but you have the talent, so you need to keep being under my control. Hope I explained that good. But even down to, like, the things that excite them, it's like power thing. So to answer that question, I don't think it's like a matter of who they hate more. It's just who's in the way and who will I eliminate.
This is a very interesting question. If I had to pick a side, I think generally, if I was going to talk in general, right? Because obviously not all white people hate black people or anything like that. But if I had to take the white people who we know hate black people and they had to pick between the two, I think that they will hate us black Americans more. Because if I'm taking the most racist white person in America, I think he feels like this is his land and his country that his forefathers fought for. And he would prefer that people like us, black Americans, we're not here.
Yeah, but it's like, also, when you paint that picture, like, what person comes to mind? Not one individual, but like, just if you was to describe what that person.
Poor white Southern people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not really in competition because they don't really have much. just like poor black people. It's more of a like, but when we get to like the nitty gritty of who's getting things done, it's not the poor whites. It's the
it's the elite.
Yeah. So it's like that's why I say I don't think it's a matter of who. It's just who's in the way, because it's like
who's all
about power.
Who's the overtly racist or hatred person? Like for the stigma, right? Like the poor white person that hates black people. He might be overt with his racism and hate towards black people, or just ignorant, while the wealthy white person is equally as that, but he smiles in your face. You know what I mean? So I think that they look at Africans like, oh, they're over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but okay, so you know what an example I think of? You know how in Power, what was the guy's name that had the club owner?
Not Ghost.
No, not Ghost, but the other guy that like was like wanted to buy all Ghost clubs.
What's his name? I see his face. I just don't know his name.
But you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like him. It's like at a certain rate, yeah, you can call him racist and you can call him, but it's like at the end of the day, it was more so like a game to him. And it's like either you're going to be able to play or you're not, but it's like it really doesn't come down to the individual or where you come from. It's just like a mind thing. And if you can keep up. So like I said, race wise, like people might have their own like feelings and whatnot, but I don't think it comes down to a hate though. Okay, that's not what I'm trying to say, but I don't think it's like, I don't think the people that like hate niggas like they're like making any noise. Like if I don't know. I'm trying to word it right.
I mean, I'm even thinking about like I remember there was a video that I watched, and this guy he interviewed one of the leaders of the Ku Klux Klan, and he actually tricked them. I
know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, he tricked the leader of the Ku Klux Klan to do an interview and stuff like that. And when you listen to that guy, he says that, I don't have a problem with black people per se. I just believe that they should be over there and we should be over here.
And yeah,
you know what I mean?
And I think niggas start thinking the same thing.
Well, I think it was the opposite, because I think when we integrated, black people wanted to be in white spaces because they had better infrastructure and stuff like that. So we wanted to integrate so we can get better quality things, so we weren't getting them.
But then we realized we could do it ourselves, and when we did that, it was taken away from us. So it's like.
It's like y'all created that problem for yourselves, because we was doing fine by ourselves, but you had that pride and ego that was just like, damn.
But then the way that history keeps repeating itself, it's like I kind of take back my statement. It's like maybe.
Yeah, but
it's like who's pulling the strings to make sure that we stay below?
Yeah, I think that
it's not like black people haven't made our own like spaces.
Well, we haven't. Like, we don't own our infrastructure.
But when we do, it tends to get burnt down some type of magical way. So it's like, maybe I take back my statement.
Yeah, but it's like if we look at black people as a whole in America now, the wealthiest versions of our people are entertainers. They're athletes or musicians or movies, something in entertainment.
Yeah.
But we don't own any of those industries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the exception of Tyler Perry, outside of him, the music industry, we don't own it. But they tell us what music to put out and what music is pushed.
Yeah.
We don't own we don't own the NFL.
Yeah.
We don't even have any NFL team owners.
The agenda be so much bigger than like what people could see. But that's what I'm like, what are you guys gaining out of keeping us suppressed?
Well, you need a working class, and I think that with the music, with the culture, and with things that
they don't want niggas to get their superpowers.
Yeah, no, I think it terrifies them. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, just to look at what hip hop did in the past decade, it took over the world globally. Like you have people in Japan fucking wearing Wu-Tang shirts and rapping Kendrick Lamar. Like that's powerful, But. Yeah, so to go back to this question, I think that they hate Black Americans more because we're in their face with it. And we also had the opportunity to be successful in this country, and they don't want us here.
They hate us because they ain't us?
Yeah. And I think with Africans, they just see, oh, they're Africans. They're over there. They can do whatever the fuck they want in Africa.
Yeah, because it seems like it's like things are thriving over there, and it's not like, oh, let's come burn this shit down. Oh, well, maybe it's just not in our face.
They're not in our face.
To say because of Congo, free Congo.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was just thinking about the Congo too. Like they're definitely going to Africa to steal their resources and stuff. You know,
it's like damn, like, and I would say go to another country, but it seems like they do. So I'm like, y'all are just colonizers. I'm colonizing shit.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, let's see what they got to say.
Still don't think they really know the difference.
In a professional setting, I hear a lot about white folks really preferring to work with Africans because we really are a lot more submissive in a way.
I think they hate black people more than African people.
They hate the descendants of slaves.
Oh, okay. Well, between the two.
Exist.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, between the two.
Oh, yeah, us.
Yeah, they hate black Americans more.
I thought you were just talking about anybody. I don't know why I thought that, but like I forgot that this all niggas right here to me. But
right, yeah. So every single question.
They hate us. That was never. If anybody thought that was up for debate, no, that's not the point. I was debating something completely different. They hate us for sure.
You're right.
That was never up for debate.
Yeah. So every question is Africans or African Americans. So so that's why I was like, yeah, they definitely hate black Americans more. And I didn't even think about this, but they're right. The Africans that are in America are to the best of the best, right?
Yeah, like they tell, like you said, like they told them like not to fuck with us.
Yeah,
they just start recently fucking with us.
Exactly. So, like for example, the Nigerian Americans are outperforming white Americans and black Americans in terms of household income.
Yeah.
So they're coming here.
Like I remember, like excuse me.
No,
like even people that like I was in school with, they'd be like, "Oh, well, you all weren't raised like us. Like we are not the same. Like y'all cool and all, but we not. We're different."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think what I pray for, I think that we can learn from each other, right? Like I respect Africans that come to America and then they understand. You know, because sometimes they still get treated like us because they look like us. But I also understand, too, that they're raised differently. You know, a lot of them are raised with families, like big families. A lot of them are raised with a source of discipline and drive, too. It's like, yo, we sacrifice a lot. We sacrifice a lot to get to this country to give you an opportunity. You're gonna have to get A's, no B's. You're gonna have to be a doctor or a lawyer. You're gonna have to make something of yourself because we work so hard to get us here. While we don't really anymore don't see the opportunity of us being Americans anymore because they beat it out of us.
Broke us down so much.
Yeah, they beat it out of us, y'all.
Heavily in the African community to where like they've been brainwashed to think that black is bad. Everything else is good. They're the good ones. This is what you should be as a minority. Go to school, be polite, all the respectability politics.
Everybody black, it doesn't matter. Anybody who's perceived as black, they just see us as black people in threat. And the more chocolates you are, the more issues you're going to have, honestly. Yeah. I don't think they can. Really? Okay, do tell.
I feel like if me and another dude is standing side by side and we get approached by the police, I think that if he has an accent, it's gonna make him less dangerous.
The police?
That's true.
Yes.
Maybe I missed the question. I just saw you.
Oh, you're right. Well, white people, I think of all white people as police. Period. They all, okay? You know, white people police black people, like, for no reason.
Karen.
Take a shot if you've ever said Wakanda forever.
Have I? I've definitely had at some point.
I've definitely said Wakanda forever. I'm a Marvel fan.
At some point, yes.
I might take a shot with you.
To Chadwick Boseman.
R.I.P.
When the first movie came out, I took a girl to go see it.
Yeah.
She's African American.
Yeah.
She legit asked me after the movie.
Oh, no.
She said, "Are you from Wakanda?"
Oh my God.
Okay.
What?
The embarrassment. I'm so sorry.
Secondhand embarrassment. Like,
secondhand embarrassment, y'all.
Why
Like,
would you?
Yo.
Did I come in here from Wakanda? Did you even hear about that before we even?
Not people think of Wakanda as like actual geographical location. I wish it was, but no, it's
Haiti. But
they got some vibranium. They got something out there. Yeah.
That's another episode.
We're gonna do a Haiti episode. I decided we're gonna do a Haiti episode.
Catch up on our man barbecue.
Yeah, we gotta see what's going. I don't know what's going on over there. We prayers for Haiti, man.
You never asked that. I gotta say that.
Like, are you serious right now? Like,
I'm like, you know what? I don't know how you got here, but it's not gonna be. I'm not taking you home, so you go ahead and you stay where you're at.
Wait, where you going?
The girl, I don't know how you got here, but bitch, you better figure it out. You're not coming with me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Are you from Wakanda? Bitch, are you serious?
Crazy. That is crazy. I'm like, are you serious right now? That's crazy.
I'm like,
in what ways are Africans misunderstood?
I think we're misunderstood, maybe kind of on the topic of like my home.
Oh wait, is that the question? In what ways are Africans misunderstood? Okay, well, we're not African, so we'll let the Africans speak.
Africans misunderstood.
Oh, we are
I
African.
think we're misunderstood, maybe kind of on the topic of like my home country, right? In Ethiopia. And having
I knew she was Ethiopian.
When I told my coworker there's war that just started, he was like, oh, but doesn't that happen all the time? That was his response.
Wait, I missed that. What did she say?
She said when she told her coworker she's from Ethiopia, and she told them about a war that had just started. He's well, doesn't it happen all the time? Like,
Yeah, last time Ethiopia had a war, they was trying to keep out the colonizers. They were the only African country not to be colonized. But, yeah.
And having war in Tigray. When I told my coworker there's war that just started, he was like, oh, but doesn't that happen all the time? That was his response. Someone I respected and I enjoyed working with him brushed it off.
I'm fully convinced that like some white people I've met still think like most of Africa is just like dirt huts.
Yeah, like living in huts, not having water, not really having food.
There's 54 different countries in Africa. It is unfair to just lump all of Africa into one. To like, you said you're from Africa? I have a friend from Nigeria.
Like, people aren't interested in the difference.
Yeah.
How was that?
Good. Emotional at the end.
I know.
I don't like that.
I feel warm and fuzzy.
I don't know. I feel like people would do that to Americans too. Like, if you're not from the country and they're like, "Oh, you're American. I have a friend that lives in New York." And it's like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of different. Like, I remember I was in Mexico and I seen it was actually a group of Nigerian women, and they asked me, it was like, "Oh, you're from America?" I was like, "Yeah." It was like, "Oh, you're from Atlanta?" I was like, "No," but the conception is like, Atlanta is like considered the black Mecca. There's a lot of wealthy people from Atlanta. I don't know. So I just think that. But
nigga? Yep.
Yeah, but
this nigga got money. Atlanta? No. LA?
Yeah.
New York?
Fun fact: the wealthiest counties in the United States for black people are actually in Maryland. So shout out to Charles County and PG County. Just to say, shout out to Atlanta too, though.
It seems like a lot of people from Atlanta moving their ass back up here.
Really? I still see a lot of people from here moving to Atlanta. Like it's like a constant back and forth. I don't know.
I didn't say it was from here. I said a lot of people from Atlanta moving up here.
Oh, for real? I can see that though. Like if people grew up in Atlanta and they see how it's changing and stuff like that, it's like, I don't like the way it's changing. Let me go get a different change of scenery. I think it's healthy for people to move out of their cities that they grow up in to get like a different perspective.
I think I want to move to Colorado.
Colorado?
Yeah.
By the airport?
Denver? No.
I just see that. There. I just see the episode too. You see that?
There. I think I had a layover there once.
For real? You see the horseman outside? Or the
that was in Minneapolis.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was Minneapolis.
Yeah, that airport's very interesting. But no, but Colorado is a very nice state though. It's
I want to go.
Yeah.
Maybe stay.
Disagree on, but finding that common ground, and we both were called African booty scratchers. That was deep,
And Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And we're both chocolate.
Boots.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
The darker the flesh and the deeper the roots.
Hey, yeah. You said Compton. You was from DC. Talking about some boots.
Yeah, he seems like he just moved out the Compton.
Nah, for real. It's giving. I'm a Northeast baby.
Bruh. Not Northeast Groovers. All right. Anyway, let's give them a round of applause, man. That was a really dope video. I really enjoyed that. Shout out to Cut. I like that too. That was a short video. It was only 10 minutes, but I know we stretched that. That's probably a 30-minute segment for us. But
we niggered it up.
Yeah, we sure did. But I love this. I love this dialogue. I love these conversations between Africans and African Americans. I think more of this, the better. The more that we can understand each other's culture, our backgrounds, our feelings, our emotions, our drives, the better. Because I see us coming together, and that is powerful. I think that when we take our experiences in culture and their experience in cultures, and we actually work together, oh man. Like, I think that's beautiful. And
I feel like as
support
people, we just have some minor, cultural differences to get over, and then we can be great.
Yeah, I think it's already happening too with the youth, right? Like, I think the younger Africans that are here, especially the ones that are growing up here in the schools and stuff like that, and music is a language too. Like, the fact that we have Burna Boy doing records with 21 Savage, or just
Burna Boy's different.
I fuck with Burna Boy, DeVito, and Chris Brown. Like, there's so many collaborations happening within our music culture, which is like a sign that, like, okay, this is happening. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I love this. This is super dope.
Shout out to Cut.
Yeah, shout out to Cut. And yeah, man, let us know in the comments what you guys think of some of these questions. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely curious to hear you guys' thoughts on this. So, all right. City Boys, what up?
Top hill.